Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, I want you to do me a favor and go watch another video today, or if you can't get it today, tomorrow, whatever. But I want you to go check it out, watch the video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. A good friend of my wife, well, it's my wife's best friend, and I mean, she's a friend of mine, but she's my wife's best friend. She has a YouTube channel, and many of you know her affectionately on here as the Soap Lady. That's right. Grafted in Grace Creations has a YouTube channel, Grafted in Grace Homestead. And so my wife went over to her house today, and I tagged along, and we made a video together. So there was a lot of fun and silliness going on, you know, but her and my wife together, it's just craziness. But we talked about, I think, some really good stuff. What are some things that women can do to prepare for SHTF, specifically single women? You know, whether you're single because you're not married yet, you're divorced, you're widowed, and then also taking into account that if we find ourselves in a truly falling apart, collapsed SHTF world, much like it has been in the past, men will most likely die at a higher rate than women, which means it's going to be a lot more women that have no protection, have no husband, than there are men. And so in a community, it's going to be very likely that if not in the beginning, eventually, that there'd be more women than men. And so how to handle that, how to prepare for that, what that's going to look like, what it could look like based on what's happened in the past, what's happening now, and what the Bible tells us. So I think it's a good video. Like I said, you can't get my wife and Sarah in the same room for more than a minute or so before silliness happens. So that happens in the video, but it's still a really good video, so go check it out. There will be a link down in the pinned comment section. So go down to the comments, and the very first one should be the link to that. And go ahead and subscribe to her channel too, because she makes some good content. I am absolutely exhausted. I still have not gone to bed. But I might take a little short nap. You know, it's so late in the day that if I took a nap now, it's like it's too early to go to bed. But if I took a nap and... Sorry about that. Took a nap and, you know, fell asleep, well, then I'd feel, and only slept for a couple hours, I'd feel kind of like, you know, doo-doo. So anyways, I don't know. I don't know if I'll take a nap or not, but, anyways, we'll see. So the Epstein files still haven't come out and probably never will see the light of day. But today, apparently, they're releasing like 320 or 230. I don't know. I'm a little dyslexic there sometimes. Files or pages from the Martin Luther King assassination. So I guess we get the MLK assassination files before we get the Epstein files. And it's just never going to happen. There is something deep and dark wrong here. I understand there could be a possibility, probably a strong possibility, that you know, previous administration, the Bidens and also the Obamas and the Clintons and everyone else manipulated things and tried to, you know, make things look bad in those Epstein files. But I mean, if that's the case, then why weren't they released during, you know, during the Trump, during the Biden administration to make Trump look bad? I don't know. Nothing adds up other than this is a big cover-up. And I know that there's a lot of things going on, but the reason why this is bad is because there are people that I'm pretty sure are in power now, whether political power or heads of businesses, that's probably done some really horrific things. You know, I've heard it said before that the world is run by satanic pedophile cult. And I'm starting to believe that's probably the case. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I think that, you know, the story now is that the Obamas and the Clintons and stuff did all this stuff to the files, when in fact it's just a cover, mostly, to have an excuse of why they're not releasing the files. But here's the thing, even if those were, then release them. Flag the files that the Obamas and the Clintons and stuff. If you know that some of these are, you know, files that were manipulated, then flag them as you release them and say, these are the ones. We've proven that this was fake. Because it can't be that every single file is faked. There's got to be some truth in it. We know that the guy really did bad things. There's more than enough evidence to show that. So we're just gonna let all this other stuff go because there was some manipulated files. That doesn't make sense either. So there's definitely something going on, and yeah, it's a lot. And then of course now they're trying to divert attention because, you know, well, the Obama gate with the Russia gate thing, and I don't doubt that there was stuff going on there too. But the government, the DOJ, can't investigate 2 or 3 things at once. They have to stop and walk away from the Epstein thing so that they can only focus on this. No, of course not. They're doing it and putting a lot of focus on the Obama because they don't want to have to talk about the Epstein thing. So there's a lot of dirt and garbage that's going on, folks. It's not pretty, and you need to be aware of it. As far as other things, excuse me, it's been a rough weekend, and I feel like my voice is starting to kind of give in. Economic stuff's not looking good. Gas prices have gone up in several places. Beef prices are going up. Coffee prices are going up. Walmart has products that they've had to raise up to 51% price increase, some things as low as 5 or 10%, due to the tariffs. And most of the big tariffs haven't even really kicked in yet. They will, you know, in a couple of weeks. So, along with all the other bad things going on in the world, you know, we've got prices going up on stuff. We've got more tariffs coming in. You know, one thing that no one wants to talk about in the Trump administration, you know, they want to brag about certain things economically that's gotten better, and some of it's true and some of it's a little stretch. But one thing that no one wants to talk about right now is that the US dollar has lost more value since January than any time since 1973. That's a lot. I mean, we're up to like 11% value in 6 months. That means it's the money that you're using, your money has lost 11%. So it's like an 11% increase or 11% inflation. It's a way to inflate things or deflate the money. That's a big deal. People can't afford things already. So we've got wars, we've got internal fighting, we've got propaganda and psyops and stuff going on in the United States, in our own government. We've got all kinds of multiple problems, but we've also got a dollar that's losing value, and we've got you know, prices of goods going up. And the bottom line, folks, is that it's not so much doom and gloom. It's just accepting the reality that we live in. The reality is it's getting worse. You know, that video that I made that I was talking to you earlier about, we were talking in that video that if you're a Bible believing person, like if you really believe the Bible is true and that it's going to happen, then you have to understand that the complete collapse, the real big SHTF, it's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's simply a matter of when. Because the Bible talks about those last days of how bad things are going to get. So we know that they're going to get bad. It's just trying to determine when that might be. And the way things are going right now in the world, it really looks like it's right around the corner. So I don't think it's too much. I don't think it's too extreme to be talking about it and to be pushing ourselves to actively prepare more. because if we're anywhere close to that, and I think that we are, we're going to be in for some insanely bad stuff, folks. And you Bible believing and Bible reading folk, you know what I'm talking about. Get your houses in order. Get things ready, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.